What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. My boy Barrick on the other side of the panel.
What's up? What's up? What's going on? All right.
All right. Let's get into this. NBA free agency 2021 is still in effect, man. It was in effect, still in effect, and we're gonna go over most of these teams. Well, not most of them, but the stuff that's
That
the
stands out.
real meat and potatoes there, man, and
hmm
see what's going on and surprises and different twists and how these signings can actually change the landscapes of the East and the West Coast there. So Barrick, take us off, man.
Well, I tell you right now, the team that really just was filling holes with the Los Angeles Lakers, but we're not going to put too much onus on them. But they went and got Carmelo. They went and got Trevor Ariza. They went and got Kent Bazemore. And they got them at very cheap prices, 1-year deals. It's just amazing how this team is trying to find ways to make sure that when they have the injury bug, and I said when, because I'm just not in full agreement that this team's going to remain healthy next year. The Lakers have basically found ways to put a team together on the back end. However, it's not the team I'm impressed with. I'm impressed with the Chicago Bulls, man. They went out and signed Lonzo Ball in a trade. They went out and got DeMar DeRozan. All right, and then they already have Mr. Levine over there. They now have themselves a nice little quaint three-headed monster in Chicago, and I think quietly they're going to make themselves a better team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will definitely put this team over the Philadelphia 76ers right now, man.
Oh, shit. Russian defender.
DeMar DeRozan can score. Lonzo Ball, he's in a new situation. I would look for new life out of him.
$85 million deal too, by the way. $85 million. He got $10 more million than Evan Fournier got. Go figure.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, what, draft pick. I mean, there's his Lonzo Ball's ceiling is still, up there in a sense, though. But yeah, Alex Caruso got a 4-year deal. I mean, it's
to go to the Bulls as well. There's a jump shooter. There's a jump shooter right there. There's Caruso. There's a jump shooter. They went after him. 4-year, $37 million. What about Jimmy Butler, man? He got $184 million from Miami. He's worth it.
Yeah,
he's definitely worth it. Miami is going to look scary. Miami is scary again. They are going to be tough to get out the way again. They're not going to come to the Eastern Conference. All right, it's not like the bubble situation, but there they are yet again.
Look at this over here. They made a lot of moves. All right, so they got Kyle Lowry in a sign and trade. Jimmy Butler agrees to a max contract extension. I don't like that. All right, so they got Duncan Robinson to a 5-year extension. Okay. PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal. Gabe Vincent. Let's see. Who else is over here? Max Strauss. And Dwayne Dedman. Okay. And you got Markieff Morris. All right, so they have a nice team over here. It's certainly an upgrade. I think they would definitely get out the first round of this, but Jimmy Butler has a lot of miles on him, man.
But they wanted to show him that he's the guy on that team, and he was the guy in Chicago. Now he's the guy in Miami. This is a team that, like I said, the Lakers, they went after a whole bunch of players too. But this is my thing with, the Miami Heat. They got themselves a point guard who also has miles on. But they, PJ Tucker, what he's going to do. He's going to bring that little physicality to the game. Say, yo, look what he did to KD. He didn't do too much to KD. KD does he still dropped 40. But I understand what they meant, getting up underneath him. But, they did a great job of solidifying a more consistently tougher team. Hopefully they can stay healthy. This has always been a question mark with every team. Health, Well,
Kyle Lowry in terms of running the offense is better than Dragic.
Yeah.
I think they still actually have him on the roster still. If you actually have him actually.
You look at the complete roster, you'll be able to see.
Now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Dragic. Oh yeah, I forgot about Victor Oladipo. Yeah, he's still on the roster. Yeah, Yeah, and Dragic is still there. Yeah, this is actually, this is gonna be a tough team, man. I mean, Brooklyn. I mean, I think it will go 7 games in a playoff series, man. But that's gonna be a really, really tough roster right there, man. Miami's.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the whole thing. Your man Jeff Green is gone. He's in Denver. He left Brooklyn to go to Denver. He got a 2-year deal.
I did a show early on that. We did that. I covered that already.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, everybody is doing their thing. Reggie Bullock left for Knicks to get a 3-year deal over in Dallas to join Tim Hardaway Jr. and Sterling Brown. Them guys. I still don't think that Dallas is going to come out. But I'm like I said, I'm very impressed with the Bulls. If anybody asks me who did the most damage in regards to raising eyebrows, it's got to be between Chicago and Miami. And I'm going to take the Chicago
you look
Bulls.
at the signings for the Heat is actually better than this in a sense, though, man.
Well, yeah, I'm saying right now we're talking about who won the free agency so far. And I think right now Chicago has made intelligent moves. They filled very strong holes that they was having. Levine is a solid player, and he needs help. He got help. Okay? Help is on the way. So, Chicago obviously is going to be – this Eastern Conference, bro, it's going to be tough. Atlanta, the team that everybody was so impressed with, they extended Trae Young. You knew that was going to happen. They keep DeYang and they re-sign Solomon Hill. You still have to worry about John Collins. John Collins is available. He's still a free agent. So they have to be working on a deal with John Collins. If not, he can make someone else better. So
let's go to the Lakers over here, man, because I'm not really too impressed with their signings, man.
Of course you're not.
So before free agency actually began, they only have 4 players on the contract over here.
Yeah.
And so now you got Carmelo Anthony over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better roster, I would say.
It's a better bench than what they had last year.
Yeah, it's a better roster, but then I'm not really impressed because you got Malik Monk there.
I'm going to tell you the player on that team. I'm going to tell you the team on that team that is going to impress you. And if you've been watching basketball as much as I think you have, Tailon Horton Tucker.
Yeah.
He's a beast on the offensive end. He's a beast on the defensive end. He's going to get some adequate playing time. They gave him a 3-year extension because that means the Lakers see what we see. So you have that. You got Kent Bazemore, you got Kendrick Dunn, Malik Monk, Trevor Reason, Dwight Howard coming back. The way Dwight Howard played last year for Philly, impressive.
I don't know what. Listen, I was him. I wanted the come back, man. I mean, they basically chose what's his name? Drummond. No, not Drummond. And Drummond's still on the roster too.
No, Drummond went to Philly.
He went to Philly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drummond's in Philly. They
haven't really updated the roster over here because they still have him here. He's
in Philly. There's a more update concept. He's in Philly. So, but Drummond, like I say, he's a good rebound guy. His offensive game is not impressive, but somehow, some way, he's a double-doubles guy. But Dwight Howard, in my opinion, showed a lot of promise last year. You're talking about a guy in his last tier of his career. He was getting after that ball. He was very good on defense, and he had contributed on the offensive end as well. So the Lakers are hoping that they can get some of that back this year to kind of spell some time while AD's on the bench. So Trevor Ariza, quality three-point shooter when he's hot. Ken Bazemore, Wayne Ellington. I mean, listen, this is a team that's still going to be sitting there saying, we're relying on AD, we're relying on LeBron, but we basically solidified the rest of our roster stronger this year than we did last year. So we have this issue with them getting injured, the 2 top stars. We should be okay moving forward. We shall see.
What about the Utah Jazz over here, man? They got Mike Conley actually returning, which is actually a plus for them because actually they felt like if Mike Conley was actually playing, that they would actually be been in the NBA Finals. So what do you think about that, Mike Conley Jr.?
Mike Conley Jr. is always, in my personal opinion, has always been a underrated, solid point guard, and so they definitely helped themselves in that department. Picking up Rudy Gay was also pretty intelligent coming off the bench. Utah Jazz has a solid roster. So all they've done basically in a sense is solidify their backup point guard situation. If at all, maybe Mike Conley starts. Who knows? I mean, you're going to give him a 3-year deal. You ain't going to give him a 3-year deal to come off the bench anyway, but we'll see how they go about things. Rudy Gay is definitely coming off the bench. But
yeah, and so OKC has Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Only problem, they gave him a max contract, so.
Well, he's a star player. He's a good player. He's a star player.
But I mean, he's in OKC though. I mean, I wish he would go to another. They got Kemba Walker. Okay, maybe. I mean, if Kemba Walker is actually reinvigorated here, man, he can actually this probably could be a good team over here, man. A surprise team.
I
mean, AC. I'm not saying they're going to be a number 5 or 4 seed.
Yeah, they look like they're going to be okay, but this is a team that had, and Sam Presti's pretty much a guy that I always thought was a good GM back in the day with all the players he had, and they all gone now. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Chauncey Billups is going to have a great rookie coaching year. You don't pick up Chauncey Billups and trade Damian Lillard. You don't get power in there and trade Damian Lillard. But, again, the Western Conference is going to be pretty strong as well as the Eastern Conference. Cody Zeller and Tony Snell all picked up to help out on the bench. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm impressed with practically every team except for the Knicks. The Knicks just re-signed their players to keep things going. But this is pretty good as far as what these NBA teams have done. Why? They've filled a lot of their needs. Every team pretty much has filled their needs. Okay? I don't like the fact that the market is set higher, but you know what? Cost of living is higher. So I guess these guys are going to have to eat in a sense. So, this is where we are. But to me, as I said again, I can't stress it enough, I think Chicago and Miami did a great job in solidifying their needs. They're probably the best.
The Atlanta Hawks, they have Trae Young agrees to a max contract extension.
Yes.
That's well deserved right there. Definitely. And
yeah.
Solomon Hill actually is returning to the roster. And this dude's name, Gorgie. Oh, Dieng, I guess. Yeah, Gorgie Dieng.
And why we not talking about Golden State? They just extended.
Oh, absolutely! I forgot about them.
They extended their star player Steph Curry.
He actually got $200 million contracts. Steph Curry, man,
and he's worth it. He's worth it. Otto Porter Jr. comes over there, and Maya Balika. Can't believe he's assigned. He agrees to a veteran minimum deal. But listen. You're basically relying on Klay to come back and be somewhat what Klay was. Klay's missed 2 years to 2 significant injuries. Everyone, I don't care, you, me, everybody who watch basketball is going to be watching and see what Klay does this year. We're going to be watching Golden State,
man.
and we're going to be watching Klay. We're going to see how Klay comes in. When Klay steps on that court for the first time at Chase Arena in San Francisco, it's going to be a standing O. And we're going to see if Klay is anything close to a sharpshooter that he is, along with Steph.
Yeah, so the Lakers actually improved over here. This is a much better team than last year. How much better? Who knows, right?
Right, well, who knows? But, of course, Vegas believes that the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets, yet again, are going to be competing in the NBA Finals. A friend of mine asked me, do you think it's going to be more of a realistic concept this year? I say, common logically, let's look at what both teams done. Both teams did something to solidify the back end of their roster. Both teams did it because they know there's a good possibility they may have to face injury problems again. I'm not saying it will happen, but they feel like they might. And in case it happens, we need to strengthen our bench more. So I do think with these moves that both Brooklyn and the Lakers have done, there's a better chance that these two teams will meet in the NBA Finals. There's a better chance of that. The NBA's hoping it happens that way. But there's a lot of other teams who are going to be better next year as well. The road to the conference, you know what I'm saying? The road to the NBA Finals next year will not be as easy as it's supposed to have been this year. And you look at the world champions, what did they do? They didn't do too much, But, again, they lost PJ Tucker. I thought that was But they re-signed Bobby Portis and they kept Semi Ojulia. You know, he came from the Celtics. He's a wing player off the bench. Yeah, I think the Bucks feel like they have their quality players there, and they should be good to go. So they just solidify the holes there. But there's some teams that haven't made any moves yet, so we'll see what happens. But overall, my last take on this is the NBA is going to look pretty good next year. Pretty good.
Yeah. This year coming up, baby. All right.
That's right.
Yep, this year coming up. All right, we'll wrap this up over here, man. It's an excellent conversation. I think we got through most of these teams in like at least 12 minutes, man. That's pretty good though, man. I'll wrap this up. If you like the video, please like, comment, smash that like button over there. Definitely share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.